Hello, and welcome to Mosaic Odyssey, the podcast that's all about the journey of African immigrants. I'm your host, Bernadette short from Bernard. I'm super excited to be on this journey and share riveting stories with you in this season. In subsequent seasons, I will elicit the stories of successful African immigrants to further enrich the experience on this platform. Hello. Welcome to episode 3 on building a new home and starting a family from suitcases to cribs. Our Threads of Time theme for today is bold accessories. This is our bold accessory look for this episode. It is a multicolored, chunky, milky stone set, worn on a white shirt, and an orange cropped vest resting right outside the white shirt, paired with a full-lined coffee brown linen pants, completed with a cream-colored bag and gold hardware, and an Oxford pair of pumps, and you're good to go. On the Journey Unveiled segment today, I examine a playful twist on the transition from travel essentials to baby gear. This episode will delve into the process of creating a new home, starting a family, and a sense of belonging in the US, both physically and emotionally, with special focuses on food and cooking traditions, raising children in a new culture, mental health, and healthcare challenges. Creating a new home and a sense of belonging. Tony, my husband, arrived 3 months after I did, full of hopes and determination. The excitement and nervousness were palpable. Excitement at embarking on a lifelong journey together as a young couple, and nervousness because it's an adventure in a strange land. Not long after he arrived, he found a job and we moved into our own rented apartment. We had initial struggles with accent barriers, cultural differences, understanding credit, navigating the US banking system, finding a local community church to help settle us in, new food, and climate. Not so much as with climate, because California weather is close to the Nigerian climate with slight difference in humidity. I heard stories about new immigrants struggling with finding houses, such as navigating the rental market, understanding leases, and dealing with potential discrimination. The stories are forever. We eventually settled in the Los Angeles County area, and despite the challenges, we found joy in exploring our new city, trying new foods, and making new friends. I found out I was pregnant shortly after Tony's arrival, and we began transitioning from couples to would be parents as the integration into Western culture continues. There were mixed feelings of joy and anxiety about giving birth and raising a child in a new country without your social support and a completely different start from back home. In Africa, pregnancy and birthing journey is regarded as a communal engagement, and as such, you will have a steady flow of welfare checks from families, friends, neighbors, and community at large because Africans adore communal living. Individualistic living was frowned at and never encouraged unless one was a recluse, which was rare in Africa at that time. We began attending prenatal classes, learning about the healthcare system, and preparing our home for the baby. As the pregnancy progressed, our anxieties increased due to too many unknown. Soon after, we welcomed our first child, a baby boy named Jaden. We were overjoyed, but also faced with new challenges as parents in a foreign land. We had to navigate the complexities of childcare while waiting for my mom to arrive to join us at that time. Tony at the time was keeping two jobs as a security guard and a factory worker, working day and night to provide for our growing family. As Jaden became 6 months old, we both decided to get into the nursing field together and began as psychiatric technicians. As Jaden continued to grow, our joy of parenthood continued to increase. His first smile, first steps, and first words. We cherished every moment, knowing that our decision to immigrate has given this child a brighter future. 18 months later, we welcomed the baby girl, Obey, and knew our family was complete. We felt grateful for the opportunities America would accord them. Through hard work, determination, and resilience, Tony and I built a new life, blending our Nigerian heritage with our now American experience. We knew that the journey would face challenges, but we were determined to face each day with hope, knowing that our children will thrive in this new land of opportunity. As our children began to grow, our quest to give them the best of life drove us to work harder, going from school to work and back to work together. We were in each other's space so much that we became very impatient with each other. It is important to mention here that many young couples go through such turbulent times in varying degrees. But the commitment made to each other is usually what gets them through such chaos or storm. Spirituality is key to finding peace. Notice I did not say religion. Spirituality is knowing who you are as a child of God, created in His image and likeness. Having a close knit relationship with God, your Creator, and having the ability to stay calm and hear His voice. Having time to yourself for self reflection is very helpful. Having people with integrity to bounce off ideas, to confide in during such tumultuous times may be important. Do not yield to irrationality. Do not succumb to self sabotage that further deepens the wedge of division. Find something about each other that brought you together in the first place. Find that golden apple, eat it again. Find it and place your anchor of peace on it. Learn to forgive when a genuine and contrite attempt is made by the other person. The road ahead is smoother if you can walk it together as a couple. Food and cooking traditions. Establishing a culinary heritage was important to me in maintaining cultural identity. During this time, the challenges of finding traditional cooking ingredients were real due to unfamiliarity of location, access, and proximity. I made sure to pass on our Nigerian culture and values. I cooked traditional Nigerian meals like jollof rice, egusi soup, okra, and fufu. There were times I had to adapt our traditional recipes using locally available ingredients for the cuisine. Cooking and sharing meals play a crucial role in building community and maintaining bonds in the African culture. So I inculcated having family, friends, and neighbors over into our family tradition. We gather on the kids' birthday, on each other's birthday, major holidays, as time will permit, to eat, make merry, and strengthen bonds. Our attempt to teach our children individual native languages was laughable at best because we were both from two different ethnic groups with completely different languages and spoke English as a common language back home. While Tony and I navigated the complexities of the American healthcare system as nurses, we dealt with racism and microaggressions at our places of work in varying degrees. Some of the attacks were obvious, while some were covert. We were determined to shield our children from the harsh reality, but also we knew it wouldn't be for too long before they started dealing with it. So we started educating them on the issues. They were not too far from it with all the exposure on the issue through social media, anyways. It was very important to ensure they were grounded on who they are and what makes them tick, so not to allow someone else define them. Despite these challenges, our family thrived. Jaden and Obehi excelled in elementary school. They both were individually and occasionally together involved in all manner of extracurriculum. Piano, violin, lawn tennis, basketball, chess, volleyball, flag football, jiu-jitsu, to name a few. I attended PTA meetings, sports games, and school events, cheering on the children. As we became registered nurses, we moved from the apartment to a single unit home with backyard for the kids to play safely and continued with upward mobility. Building our own community remained paramount to us, so our kids will have perceived brothers and sisters of their likes to grow up with. Those type of communities build strength, grit, and resilience in kids. We initiated what was known then as the Giaco Group, a non-for-profit group of 5 young families supposedly doing life together. This group, though no longer together as a group, has remained close friends and confidants. As our children entered their adolescent age and middle school, it became apparent that we had to move again for proximity to our identified and intended high school. Raising children in a new culture. Bringing up the kids posed a unique challenge. Raising children in a different cultural context, including maintaining cultural identity and dealing with cultural differences in education and socialization, was psychologically challenging, especially with constantly attempting to balance the questionable hardwired belief system knitted in our loins from upbringing, experiences, and the educational system compared with the American custom and system. I had a period of unlearning and relearning of core life principles to assist with blending our cultural heritage with American custom to create a unique home environment. Through it all, though, we stuck together, supporting each other and finding strength in our love and resilience. We made sure to be open to the kids regarding our struggles with reconciling opposing upbringing patterns in both cultures. The kids knew their journey as African Americans from African immigrant parents were unique, but they will be equipped tremendously to face the future. We were determined to thrive and succeed. Mental health and upbringing, mental health and well being. As we continue to navigate our journey, we prioritize our mental health by making sure to find balance and maintain homeostasis. Regular physical activity such as walking, jogging, joining a local sports team helped improve our mental health. Meditation was also key to reduce stress and promote relaxation. Participating in church community events and cultural festivals to build a support network was very helpful. The mental health challenges that African immigrants may face may include, but not limited to, culture shock, isolation, stress of adapting to a new environment. Seeking support from community groups, engaging in cultural practices, and accessing mental health services as needed are great, effective coping skills to deal with mental health issues. Keeping in touch with family and friends at home through phone calls. Building a local support network of friends and fellow immigrants who can offer understanding and companionship. They are all effective coping strategies. Mental health issue in the African immigrant community is a complete episode on its own at another time. Tips on overcoming initial challenges upon arrival as an African immigrant. 1. Overcoming language barrier. Enroll in language classes. Many community centers, libraries, and local colleges offer English as a second language class. Practice regularly. Engage in daily conversations with native speakers. Watch English TV shows and read books or newspapers in English. Use language apps like Duolingo, Babbel, Rosetta Stone. They can help improve language skills through interactive lessons. Second on the tips, overcoming accent barrier. Be confident in yourself and be proud of your accent. It's part of who you are. It's your identity. Be proud of who you are. Be confident. Three, challenges in finding housing is usually because of lack of credit history, high cost, language barrier, understanding leases, discrimination, and unfamiliarity with rights. To overcome these, leverage your skills, integrate into your local community, explore local support and financial assistance programs available at the state of your residence. Cultural differences. Explore the challenges of adapting to a new educational culture, including differences in teaching styles, classroom expectations, parental involvement. These differences can be bridged by the role of school counselors, community organizations, and after school programs. Sort them out, utilize them. And lastly, financial difficulties. Local support groups and financial assistance programs are everywhere. Seek them out and utilize them. Go into the libraries, ask questions. Don't be shy, don't be timid. There is a lot out there, a lot of support out there. You have to find them, you have to find it. On Hunting the Hyena segment today, our topic is color blindness. The illusion is believing that ignoring race or ethnicity promotes equality. Reality is acknowledging and celebrating cultural differences is essential for true understanding and inclusivity. So, please share your own stories and experiences, either through social media or by contacting the podcast directly at info.mosaicOdyssey@gmail.com or the website mosaicodysseyplus.com. Let's build our community one story at a time.